Reclimbing the Ladder series here on the Gen 1 random battle scene. Last time we climbed the ladder a little bit. Here's our ladder, boop, and there we are. Second place right now, picking up where we left off yesterday. So it'll take us a couple of victories in a row to get all the way up to number 1. Let's see how today goes. We're going against Viadexia, who seems pretty alright. And let's just see how this goes. I like my team. Ivysaur is not too much of a threat because Haunter handles it pretty well. I don't know if level 77 Magmar will one-shot. Again, I'm still getting used to the level 77s, but I'm going to go for it and just see what happens. Okay, he goes out to Shelter. The burn here would be nice too, to minimize its explosion potential. Magmar being at 77, I don't know that explosion would one-shot it. And I'm thinking here, would he go for the explosion or the surf? I think actually either way, Haunter's the right choice. I don't think he'd go for Blizzard. He could go for Double Edge. So Haunter seems like a pretty safe switch in here, so let's try it and see. He does go for the surf and he gets a critical hit. That's a bummer, but not terrible. Not terrible. So let's see. We've got a lot of move choices now. I think he might switch out. So middle of the ground play would be a Confuse Ray or Psychic. Well, I'm glad I switched out, I suppose, because staying in would have been tough here. I'm going to go Psychic and see. Maybe I can get a special drop, which would be nice, depending on if he switches in. But I do need Haunter. Oh, yeah, great. I do need Haunter because he takes care of Ivysaur pretty well. So he's definitely going to Earthquake. I'm going to go Oddish here, right? Oh, he Rock Slides. Okay. Even better. We can put someone to sleep for free now. So let's go ahead and do that. He might go back out into Shelter, Ivysaur. I'm not sure. I don't think he'd stay in though. Yeah. Okay, to me that suggests that he knows Haunter has Ivysaur dead to right, but he also might have another sleeper. But we're just gonna make the perhaps predictable switch and go right into Haunter here as he goes into Articuno. Okay. So now it's kind of interesting because Magmar does pretty well against Articuno. So does Dugtrio. You think about Chansey and you think about will he get the freeze, right? And I'm gonna keep Haunter and just risk getting frozen here. I don't get frozen, which is great. I'm gonna go straight for the Ice Beam and see what happens because he might switch out to Rhydon. He might not, but no, he goes out into Ivysaur. Okay, that's pretty good for us. That's a middle of the ground play for him. I'm gonna go Ice Beam again and hope that. Okay, so he's going out to Shelter here. Okay, now the question is, what will he do here? I'm not sure what he'll do here. He knows that I have Haunter, but I have to go back into Haunter, I think. Oh, perfection. That was really good. That was really good. Haunter was just the safe play there, if he did explode. And couldn't afford to lose Chansey there in the opening shot. Okay, Clefable's here. And Clefable can do some damage, especially if it knows Psychic. So the hard part about Clefable is it could know Body Slam Hyper Beam, it could know Psychic Thunderbolt Blizzard. There are so many different things it could know. So I'm going to make this slightly risky play and confuse it. Hope that it doesn't know Psychic. Okay, it knows Thunder Wave. Okay, now I'm going to go Psychic, because maybe he'd switch to Rhydon on the Explosion prediction. I don't know. I really do want to use Explosion here, but I'm too worried, and my timer's starting to run a little low, so I want to make my decision a little more quickly. So let's see what happens here. If he does indeed decide to switch out, he does not. Okay, I'm fully paralyzed. Now I hope for the confusion, right? And I don't get it again. Son of a gun. Okay, I'm actually going to go out into Snorlax here and Amnesia. I think that if he stays in, he'll go for Thunder Wave, and if he switches out, then I get a free Amnesia, so it feels like a pretty good trade here. No, he went Body Slam. I guess that's okay. You can't paralyze normal types with Body Slam in Gen 1, so that seems alright to me. Let's see, he continues to use Body Slam. Oh no. This is starting to get a little worrisome here. Wow, now it's very worrisome. Okay, this is pretty bad at this point. I'm going to send out Chansey and use Counter, I think. I think it's my only hope of knocking out Clefable. Okay, great. Whew, that was more trouble than I needed. Well, let's see. He's got Rhydon coming in here. And we're going to go out to Oddish again. Just because we feel strongly that Chansey can take an ice attack from Articuno and get to heal up here. So I'm going to double edge on the switch. I'm worried about this Rhydon. Chansey is faster than Rhydon, so maybe I should have stuck with him. But we're not terribly concerned about Ivysaur. He did wake up. We expected Oddish to go down anyway. I don't know. I'm worried about this now. I don't know who his last is, but Rhydon does such work here. And Earthquake from Dugtrio doesn't knock him out. So I don't know if I should play with Confuse right here or hope that level 77 Magmar will survive the attack. Again, I'm not sure about these 77s. Let's see. Oh, he does survive pretty comfortably there. That was really good. That was really good because now he's in Earthquake and Ice Beam range, so no problem. Now I'm curious to see if I get to find out what his last is. I don't yet, and that's okay. So Fire Blast Rock Slide definitely should knock out Articuno unless he goes for Agility here. We get the burn, that's nice. Okay. And here's the deal, right? If Articuno knows Hyper Beam, Chansey's done. So we have to go into Dugtrio here. Hope that the rocks hit and get a little knockout, and then see who his last is. Hopefully Dugtrio outspeeds it and can paralyze it, do a lot of damage, one-shot it, who knows. It's Rattata. Okay, so here's where we are. 2 Earthquakes definitely knock it out. If he goes for Blizzard, I guess that's my preference. If he goes for Body Slam, I'm worried. 2 Earthquakes didn't knock it out. Oh, crud. Paralyzed us. Paralyzed us. Wow, and he got the win. That was brutal. I felt like I had that in the bag so much and then I lost it. I don't know what happened in that battle, how it turned around. How it turned around so fast on me. I guess it was the Haunter stuff. And the Snorlax, that was kind of tough, but yeah, I don't know. Got away from me. This team I don't like at all. I really don't like this team right now. It seems bad. Okay, it goes out into Tangela, which is fine. I don't mind that. Sorry, I'm playing Dino now. And I know him. He's pretty good. I've played him a few times. Um, I'm not sure if this Tangela might be a no sleep powder Tangela. I guess we'll find out here. Yeah, it might be no sleep powder Tangela. Normally, no sleep powder Tangela is bad, but this one did a lot of work on Marowak. We managed to save Marowak, but that's okay. I was a little worried there that he might go for Thunder Way of predicting the switch, but he didn't. Now he does. We missed the Hypnosis, which is really unfortunate. Um, so I think I'll switch to Psychic now as he goes to Hitmonchan. Beautiful. That was really nice. Hypno can tank a few hits from Kadabra, so at this point we're kind of, I think, just hoping that oh, that's not a big deal. I mean, I was sacking off Arbok anyway, right? So whatever. Okay, this is now a big deal. It's either this stage is not an exciting battle to have. We'll see. Confusing him helps a lot. Jolteon outspeeds his team. So now he has to attack or switch, right? So he's going to go for the switch, which is fine by me. And Jolteon one-shots him. Jolteon one-shots Scyther. So we can kind of safely go to Jolteon here. I don't think his last is a ground type because he switched Tangela in earlier. So he might go out into Kadabra here. Oh no, he just lets him go down. Okay. The thing is, we need to not let Jolteon get paralyzed because if he does, he's not fast enough to catch Scyther. We can paralyze Kadabra here, or we can miss again. Now we can paralyze Kadabra here. Great. And the hope is that we don't get fully paralyzed every single turn. Come on, man. At least he's getting paralyzed as well. We might be able to knock him out here if he gets fully paralyzed. Darn. Or we could get fully paralyzed and not even come close to knocking him out. That sounds about right. Hmm. Guess we're gonna keep trying to throw him around, and he's paralyzed us so good, though. I think that's the best he can hope for here, yeah. So, I think what I'll do is I'll go Marowak and go for the Seismic Toss. Hope that he's fully paralyzed. Nope, he goes for the Recover. So I wonder if he's saving Kadabra or not. Hoping that I'll go Earthquake, right? Something like that. But I can't imagine that he is. Okay, great. That was lucky. That was lucky. Nidorino comes out at 183 speed. So at this point, hopefully things are good. If I can get off my 2 surfs, which I might not be able to anymore. But I do. Okay. So that should be game. Alright, unless he gets agility and Swords Dance. But that was his best play, was to hope there. A good one. A good one. So now we'll throw this back. So we dropped a bunch from losing that first one. Then we gained some back from winning the second one. But now if we refresh, you'll see we've slipped down to 4 from 2, I think. All the way down to 8. But I think that's just because the second battle hasn't loaded yet. We'll see in a minute. But I think we're back at 4 now. And our goal here, yeah, here we are at 4. Our goal here is to be 1, but I think our goal is just to play a few battles each day and see how they go, get really comfortable with the level 77 patch that just came down a few months ago as we get back into it. The other thing that we want to do is try to push, right? Try to make that push for 1700. The ladder is a little lower than it was when I was playing more actively back at the beginning of the year. Then I think a couple people were at or above 17 all at the same time, which was pretty cool to see. Because 17 is quite difficult to get, especially because you just saw one loss dropped me down a good 30 points here in that first battle. We've got our current battle here against Amalfice. And again, someone I've played before. Amalfice is a solid battler. You figure Amalfice will go for Surf, right? We might go for Body Slam. I think I'm going to switch to Snorlax. Take the Surf. And try for the Amnesia Rest, which is a pretty bold play here, but I hope it pays off. We'll see. At the very least, I hope it'll make him switch out of Dugong, and that could be helpful for me. My team, it's not that it does poorly against Dugong, but I don't love it against Dugong. So he's out into Venomoth now. I'm going to go Sand Slash. I usually go ground types into a sleeper because they can still wall electric types pretty well. Kabutops is also a good option because he can wall fire types so well, but he's a little faster, and so I'm going to let Sand Slash take the sleep. Okay, that seems alright. I'm gonna come back out into Snorlax because it doesn't matter too much if he's paralyzed because he's not faster than anybody anyway. So we're gonna just try to get the Amnesia back up with Snorlax. Venomoth doesn't have tons of attack power, so we feel pretty alright with that. We get one of those Amnesias off. And now we'll try for a paralysis of our own, which we do get. And now I'll go for a second Amnesia because... Oh, okay. So he went out to Muck. Um, 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 um. Hmm. This is a hard decision. Because Muck probably two-shots me from here with Sludge. I think I'm gonna go for the Blizzard. Oh, he doesn't two-shot me from here with Sludge. Wow. Oh, that was not great. I feel bad about that. I think I can safely body slam here. Darn, I guess I should have gone for the Blizzard. I said safely body slam because I was thinking that I don't know what I was thinking. I have to try to rest, but he'll knock me out with Slash. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Kingler. So Pikachu's faster than Persian, right? So I go to Kingler. He might switch out to try to save Persian. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna go for the safe body slam. It's a middle road play. If this Persian is not Thunder Persian, oh, it is Thunder Persian. Okay. I was gonna say if it's not Thunder Persian, we've got a lot going on for us. He might not Thunder. He might try to Slash, but I might live a Slash with this defense. I don't know. Level 77 Kingler is a new thing for me. Obviously, his special is not quite that bulky, but Amalface might be checking the range now. Suggests that he might not have Hyper Beam, but maybe he does. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Body Slam does knock out Persian, though, which is nice. So he probably checked the range, and it worked out okay. So the reason we felt so comfortable is that Pikachu does outspeed Persian. And we can go for a Thunderbolt here. He might switch out into Muck, who is frozen, which would be okay. It wouldn't be too bad. But if he has a grass type here, like that's a bummer. Or if he tries to go and paralyze me with Dugong's Body Slam, also a bummer. But we're kind of nervous here. At 31%, Kabutops does knock out Persian, which is good, but son of a gun. He just goes straight into the Psychics, which is a bummer, and now he might go Stun Spore. But he doesn't, which is good. Okay. Now we've got some options here. I guess the question is, does he go out into Muck? And hopefully the answer is no, but he might. Great, he didn't. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna Psychic, because maybe he goes to Dugong, I don't know. I guess he feels Execute walls this Pikachu pretty well, which it does. So, not a huge deal. Not a huge deal there. Slash Kabutops is good here. Thunder from Persian probably doesn't knock him out because it didn't do 81 to Kingler. It did 66, and Kabutop's special is better than that. So now it's going to be interesting here. We're going to see maybe his last, maybe his dugong reappear. It is the dugong. Okay, cool. So I think we can go Sand Slash here, let him go down, come out with the Pikachu. Maybe he goes into Execute. Maybe he tries to paralyze me with Body Slam. Maybe he just goes, oh, for the Big Shot Blizzard. No, he goes into Marowak. And how do we feel about this? Pretty bad, right? Pretty bad is exactly right. Marowak definitely takes us out. I guess the question is, can we do enough damage? Marowak doesn't take us out. Wow. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I think that should get us into good shape here. With Seismic Toss, we do a lot of damage to Execute, but we might not need it. We might just be able to Thunderbolt Slash our way. We'll see. By saving Jinx for last, we pretty much have it here unless his Execute wakes up. Alright, that would be the... Okay. That would be the tough part here. So that ended up going okay in the end. And we'll just do one more final battle here for the day. Try to win 3 of 4. We'll see how it goes, but that one was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I still think about some of the decisions here that I made. A very lucky freeze on Mach. I guess what I think about that is if Mach didn't know Hyper Beam, which it probably didn't, it was probably Sludge Body Slam Explosion and then Mega Drain or Fire Blast or something. 2 Blizzards would have knocked it out, so maybe the freeze wasn't quite as lucky as I thought. The Body Slam, switch in. I don't know, a lot to think about. Wow, okay. This team I like. This team I like. 2 Ghosts. 2 Sleepers. Two pretty fast guys. And Blastoise, who's bulky. Okay. We're gonna go Tangela. Hope he goes Earthquake. We go Tangela for a safer sleep here. Okay, we're playing Azertio. I'm sorry, Azerti Uyo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Someone I've played a few times before, quite good. Definitely knows what he's doing. So let's see how this goes here for us. Alright, so we've put Primeape to sleep, which is good. I'm going to Swords Dance here, which I know is a little risky because Body Slam's probably safer. But I'm hoping that he might Thunder Wave instead of Blizzard. I'm not sure. We'll find out momentarily. And if he does Thunder Wave, then Body Slam does a good chunk and potentially paralyzes. The paralysis would be great. Hey! Big time paralysis. Okay. So Tangela, wow, it far exceeds expectation here by taking out this Dratini. That was awesome. That was really great. Articuno comes out, 199. I think Tangela's done his job at this point, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and send out Haunter, just because we outspeed the Articuno. And I'm going to Thunderbolt and see how it goes. He's got his own Tangela. Okay. I'm going to confuse it. It might put us to sleep. It might miss. That was very, very lucky. Again, we are getting quite lucky in our recent battles here. And I'm pretty okay letting Haunter get put to sleep because we have Gengar in the back, who is a little faster, though maybe not quite as strong in the special category. I'd have to look. 244 is pretty good. But we'll see what he decides to do now. He might switch out. He might try to press on and put me to sleep. But Haunter and Gengar both wall this Tangela really, really well. And I don't know if this is the right call, though, because of Articuno. Because of Articuno. Oh, yeah, and then I was worried about this. So I think it's okay. I think I'll go to Pidgeot here. I'll use a double edge. Maybe he'll go for Swords Dance. Maybe he'll switch out to Articuno. I'm not sure. Now I'm starting to get worried about the Haunter play because because he was faster than Articuno, right? Blastoise is not faster than Articuno, so he could get frozen. I mean, that's my worry. But I think it's the right play is to go out and bank on the no freeze. We'll see. We'll see how well that banking goes. He's just gonna pour on the ice. We're gonna try for the paralysis. And we've just been so unbelievably lucky with our paralysis game. Blastoise doesn't know rest, which is fine because we're just hoping to chip down this Articuno a bit, which we're getting pretty nicely. We're hoping he doesn't know rest. He might know rest. Is it a big deal that he knows rest? I don't think so, because I still think that 3 Surfs plus a Thunderbolt can handle him, but we'll see what he decides to do. Okay, that crit might have mattered. It looked like it was a range for us to be able to knock out the Articuno there. Now we'll go Body Slam as a safe middle play. And then we'll Surf and wipe him out. Thing is, Articuno wants to come in to be able to rest up. This was big damage on Lickitung, actually. That was huge. I think he's in double edge range now. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm faster than Articuno with Pidgeot and Gengar, so he can't switch in either. And this guy might be running out of options here. Again, it comes down to his last. It's Kadabra. It's Kadabra. How do we feel about that? I think we think Hyper Beam one-shots him. Son of a gun. That was really quite bad. I guess we're going to try to agility here. get our speed up. So now Articuno has a tough choice to make, perhaps. Perhaps not. Maybe he did the damage calculation and I'm wrong. Hyper Beam doesn't knock out Kadabra. But it's a crit, so it doesn't end up mattering. And we get the Pidgeot mini sweep there to round out the day. So there we go. 4 nice battles here. This one, we got some really nice paralysis luck on the Dratini and on the Articuno. So that was super helpful. In the previous one, I thought we played it pretty well. I thought we played it pretty well, which was good. No huge swings of luck that I felt, other than Pikachu not getting knocked out by that earthquake, which shocked me. The previous match here, again, I didn't like my team for this matchup, but it ended up working out well with Jolteon in the back being able to handle everyone. That was really big. That was really big. And then this first one still baffles me a little bit. I guess we got slightly unlucky at the end with the paralyzed Doug trio, but overall, Viadexia just played really, really well. And, worked out for him. So at the end of the day here, we'll see where we end up. Okay, so we climbed a little bit, and we're still looking for that one spot, but again, the ultimate goal here is really 1700. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll keep doing a couple battles a day. Might take off the weekend and then try it again starting next week. So you might see this 1650 become a 1640 something before the next video, just because being inactive decreases your ranking here. But thanks again for watching. Love to have some advice and tips for how to get a little bit better, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.